Good morning. Here we are again at one of my favorite places, 6 Mile Creek Park here in Harborcreek, PA. This place is awesome. You got to come here if you like being out in the woods. I'm not going to show you the trail. Come out and check it out. This is the parking lot. That's Clark Road. Creek Park here in Harborcreek. And kind of keeping with this idea about this side nature and wild and this side man. And the plants that you're going to find right here. So staghorn sumac right here. This is not toxic, and this produces that red tops that you see up here. No, there they are, right there. So these red tops, I'm probably going to collect a bunch of these on my way out. You collect them, put them in cold water, and you make country lemonade right here. And these, if they can break, watch. Okay, see how it bends? See, it doesn't break? Here, let me show you another one. Here we go. Here's baby sumac. Watch. Oh, that's still bending. We got to get even fresher, even newer. But, there we go. So when they break like that, they snap like that, eat this. These are edible. The rest of that, it's too cellulose. It'll end up just grinding your teeth down and your body won't process it. This is too much cellulose. Explain that I say that the cellulose it's too much for the human being to eat, which may give you the idea that this is what like the cows and the rumigating animals eat. No, they don't actually eat the plant material. When a cow eats grass, it's not actually pulling sustenance out of that material. What it's doing is it's eating that material, it's going down into its first stomach, it's filling that stomach. And then the bacteria, the microbes that are on that naturally found in grass, like outdoor grass, that's the good stuff. The microbes and all that are naturally found there begin to grow and spread and multiply. When the cow feels that that's full, it then pushes that material into its second stomach, and then that stomach digests all the microbes and all that material. And then the grass, all that material, the cellulose, is then defecated out. That's why cow manure and all that makes such great burning material. You're not burning like waste, you're burning grass because the grass wasn't digested. The cellulose was not digested. It's wood material. A human being, the digestive system with the human being, we're still figuring out how that works, but we don't have this whole second system stomach. We pull sustenance like right away the moment we start eating. So that's when you see cows and you see grass-fed compared to not grass-fed, the reason this is so important is because the cows are feeding off the microbes on the grass, not the grass itself. So that's why it's important that you follow the cow's natural system if you're going to drink its milk. It's grown too strong. So the only edible part of these is the part. So, but sticking with that idea I was talking about, besides the edible things that we can find here and there, we really want to look at things that are dangerous, because we are surrounded by danger. All right, now, do you know who we're looking at? Can you see it? Here, poison hemlock. It looks like parsley. You see how there's like blackness on it? Now, if I bend that or break it, it'll turn really black. It looks like parsley. But this is not parsley. This is poison hemlock. This is ask Socrates about poison hemlock if it's safe to use and ingest, and it's not. It's poisonous. And right next to that, we have another, it's not, I don't want to say it's poisonous, but if you don't know what you're doing, wild lettuce right here. It's like the opium plant, the natural opium plant, wild lettuce. And watch what happens when you break it here. You're going to, ow, poke me. You're going to get a really, see it? Look at that milky sap coming out. Oh, let me just break it. Here. Look at that. Now you can see it. So things that typically have a lot of milky sap in them are not going to be good for you. And the ones that do have it tend to be medicinal, like the opiums. So here we got the poison hemlock. We got the wild lettuce. And mugwort, which is just a favorite of mine. There's nothing toxic about mugwort. You get a lot of your sage and your smudge, your dried out smudges and sages that are mixed with mugwort. It has a very Oh, I love the smell of that. See? It smells like sage. It has like a sage smell. So that's not bad. But the bad part, the thing that we don't want here, the thing that'll literally kill our animals, is that. That. Hemlock. Poison hemlock is everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's only mixed in with a little bit of other things. We got milkweed, we got like raspberry, but there's so much poison hemlock in here. It would be like, if this was like man-made, we consider this like a toxic area. You wouldn't want your horses eating out of here. You wouldn't want your animals playing in here. You can see how they cut it all back and they cut it all down. But it goes along with that theory I've been saying, that where you have that dividing line between man and nature, that's where you're going to have toxic plants. And I'm just looking for poison ivy really quick because she's my favorite. So we're walking along the edge, walking all along the edges, and what do we see? Yeah, your horsefly, burdock root around the corner, but because it's surrounded by so much poison hemlock, it's not worth touching. When you're out here foraging and you find something that's worth foraging and it's surrounded by very poisonous plants, move on to somewhere else. There's better areas to get whatever you're looking for. Like if I was trying, again, like here, let me show you. Really nice. I think it's in the second year growth though, so it's not worth cutting or digging out. Oh, here, right there. Yeah, it's in second growth. It's sprouting. But you see how big that, look at that. That would be a perfect burdock root to dig up. But being that it's in this environment of poison hemlock, no, I'll skip on that. I'll find a cleaner one. Back in here then. Let's go back in the woods. And wow, they got like a lot of work done. Good for them. Good for you guys, whoever is managing the 6 Mile Creek Park. This place looks beautiful. Good job, guys. All right, let's go look at the sunny area. What do we see? What do we see? What do we see? Raspberries and brambles. See, this is the plant that a lot of my friends mistook for poison ivy. You see how this has like opposite growing, like right there on either side, and feel how like papery thing. It's not papery. And then if you rip it, it leaks sap. It's not poison ivy. And look at the area that it's in. Look at the area that it's in. It's in a shaded area, back in the woods, not really near the trail marker, not in the sun. Not a lot of things point me to not poison ivy. So here we are. Remember we were looking and we talked about the poison hemlock and how it looked like lettuce and parsley. Yeah, look. This looks a lot like what we were just looking at, yet it's really small. But it's different. Look at the stalk. It's hairy. It's not black and decayed looking, because this is not poison hemlock. This is either wild or regular carrot. Look how similar they look. So you really got to know your plants. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're eating. Look at carrot. And here, wild. Here's some wild lettuce, and a good way to spot your wild lettuce, turn it over. You got your pricks. The way it almost looks like dandelion. Carrot. Let's come over here a little bit more. So now we're kind of getting out into that sunny. So over here, well, we have wild lettuce. Kind of looks like poison ivy, but it's not. These are your raspberries. Again, unless you're 100% sure, and mugwort, unless you're 100% sure, unless you're 100% sure, do not eat or ingest anything out here, because the mistakes that you can make out here can end up putting you in the hospital. You don't want that. And we got tigers. Well, we got somebody planted the flowers in here. Those are not natural. Oak. So you're thinking what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to find a group of poison ivy here soon. No matter where we go, if we're in the center of the woods like this, and we're in a big environment that has no, I mean, maybe on the trail, but being that we're in the backwoods like this, there's not enough sun. So when you're in here like this, I'd almost guarantee that you're not going to find poison ivy. So I'm going to be on the hunt. I'm going to be on the hunt big time. And I shall with the vehicle. We have been through this entire section of woods all the way around. We are now looping back up. There, we did, finally. Yes. Yes. We found it. All right, here, let's back up. So where are we? We are on the trail. Where's the poison ivy? Right there. This guy, or this one right here. You see the little vine it's coming from? Poison ivy. Poison ivy. Some kind of a branberry, or I don't forget I said that. It's not poison ivy. I don't know what the name of that is. I tend to just kind of remember stuff I can eat and remember stuff that'll hurt me. So finally, and look at it, that's right in a little patch of, there's the poison ivy creeping in, creeping in. Now, I wonder if we start going this way, if we're gonna find like the vine or something, because we've seen it over there, right near the trail. So we should find it right over here too, right? Oak. Oak tree, not poison oak. Oak. No. Nothing. 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 Nope. Nothing. 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 So let's walk back. Nope. Nope. We're getting closer to the trail. Oak tree, oak tree, oak tree. We got a little ivy over here. No, but it's right over here. So let's go back to where it is. Boom. There she is. Poison ivy. I'd almost guarantee that you're not going to find poison ivy. So I'm going to be on the hunt. It's kind of strange. I walked all throughout here and I finally find some. So I didn't find any out here. All right, let's just go back through here then. If we found it over there, we should find it out here somewhere. Because it's right there. And I just keep saying that the only, wow, that's really wrapped around that tree. I keep saying and thinking that it's only near man-made trails like that. So far I'm right. I would just love to find a huge patch of poison ivy out here all on its own in an area that's just completely wooden. Not like if you had a house out here that fell in, it would be grown, like poison ivy would overgrow it. Or if you're out here doing something like trails, poison ivy grows on the trails. But I would love to just kind of walk out in the middle of nature and find poison ivy, because I haven't. I just keep finding it, like I said, in the trails. But so many things out here are so similar, but when you really learn, that's why you really got to come out here in nature and have experience out here. Like, you could read a lot of books, you could do a lot of studying, but come out here and catch poison ivy. You'll never forget it. Talking about, oh look, there's burdock. We could dig that up and have breakfast, or we could just eat the leaves. That's edible. I'm expecting, nope. See the sun? That's another kind of giveaway for poison ivy. Nope. Oak. Those are called solid hardwoods. The valuable woods. These are hardwoods too. The black locust and these guys. But they don't, you see how it grows? They don't really grow straight and narrow. They're really good for fence posts and firewood. All right. See, it comes up. Now look at your leaves. You see your leaves up there? Looks like that Canadian football team. That's a maple. I'll grab you an oak leaf. Let me grab you an oak leaf so you can, here. Here's what an oak leaf, well, similar. That's what an oak leaf looks like, something like this, compared to a maple, which looks like that. Now, what was the last one I was going to talk about? My favorite personally, because of the cherries. Oh, right here, see? See, this is called black cherry. Now, if you're out here in nature and you get stuck and you need to start fire or whatever, don't go farting around with all this stuff on the ground. Just find you a black cherry or a sycamore or a willow or something like that and collect all this. Look at the mushrooms over here. That's the one thing I don't mess with. See the mushrooms? I am not a mushroom forager. I only know 2 mushrooms. Those are things that you can make one mistake and end up dead. Poison ivy, you're just going to have a really bad time. The mushrooms can kill you. And so I have given up eating foraged mushrooms. By all means, if you know what you're doing, do it. But I'm not a mushroom person, mushroom forager. I know plants. All There's right. My vehicle. It's about to make a walk out of here. Call it a day. Was looking at this poison hemlock right there, all beat up, and then I finally see it. There she is. There she is, right there. You see it? All back there, all back there. You see the vine? And where are we? At the dividing line. You have children, horses, you love to come out in nature and walk trails. Come out here, 6 Mile Creek, beautiful park, and there is a super secret swimming hole. I'm not going to tell you where it's at. When you get here to the parking lot, follow this trail, follow it all the way down. It'll loop to the left and then it'll go down further.